you say, everyone? Shall we begin? Do you hear me there in the chat? If you think we should begin the show, I can't hear you. Was that a no? I'm being told that students cannot adjust the font size of the chat, so they are increasing their volume, but it just is not translatable through HTML. So I'm going to go ahead and start.
I think there might be a thing within Streamlabs.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to the most wonderful seminar that's ever been. Hello, my friends, and welcome.
Is this a new theme song?
Yes, it is a new theme song. Thank you for singing your part. Now we're all here in the moment. Let us begin this art of education. Everyone, welcome to eBay Power Selling 101 with Michael DeWitt and Tom Parrott.
Skiboo, bah.
I am the titular Michael DeWitt.
Skibidi-dibbidi-da.
As always, joining me here on the finger drums is my most hep friend, the infernal, the internal, the colonel, Tom Parrott.
I thought you were about to tell him that I'm paternal too, but I'm more of an uncle type.
My
What
friend,
you drinking there?
first off, congratulations on having a nephew.
Thank you.
I'm
It's
drinking.
a theoretical nephew more than an actual one, as far as I know, but
Did you or were you able to use JavaScript to code some kind of simulation where you possibly have a nephew? Explain the theoretical nature of this.
so I went on Fiverr and I got, well, because I was working with that casting director a while back, you remember? Went down and shot that movie.
Of course.
Well, you were on hiatus, on paternity leave with your genders baby. And she said that my headshot said that I scream uncle, like fun uncle, like Uncle Buck. And so what I decided to do was get somebody on Fiverr to program a Java simulation where I either do or do not have children that are not mine, but I am in their lives, so like a niece or a nephew.
Is this like one of those general manager simulations that people do for Major League Baseball, where they make trades as if they are a general manager of a ball club, and then they see the stats at the end of the year to see how well their team or franchise did? Except this is you attempting to produce the statistic of being an uncle.
Well, that's like the robust version. That's like the paid software. I have like the free with ads version.
Is there like
So,
you
don't get all the features.
an audio watermark that pops up every once in a while as you're simulating uncle?
Yeah, if you talk too long, then the audio starts to really fuss at you, and also an ad pops up for a game that's like weirdly sexual about saving a woman from a house where there's a burglar.
Which part of that do you find sexual, Tom?
I don't find anything about it sexual other than there's a woman there who's scantily clad, and that's just how the advertisers decided to broadcast their game.
You're noticing that they're attempting to add this layer of erotique, but you're saying you yourself do not partake in
No.
it. I understand.
I've never been attracted to cartoons, and believe me, I've tried.
It was
But it's not for me.
it's the cartoon element of that turns you off, Tom. Great.
Right. It's like, I
Of that
mean,
scenario.
I have been attracted to cartoons ever since the time that I cranked one out to a flip book. But I mean, you got to test it out every once in a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone joining us this evening, this is eBay Power Selling 101. This is an online seminar presented here through the San Antonio Learning Annex on Channel 59 on San Antonio Learning Annex TV and also broadcast over the internet. Thank you to the participation of the Pack Theater in Los Angeles on their Pack TV channel here on Twitch. This seminar is all about selling on eBay. Everything we talk about or discuss will be either a direct or abstract lesson on how you, my friend, can utilize household items, cherished heirlooms, pointed
analysis.
That.
Objects?
No, it was pointed analysis is what I was going to say. And you can convert these into cold hard cash. Now, of course, we are not lawyers. We're not doctors. So anything we say, please do not... You weren't going to fill in for me that time?
No, I thought you had that one completely.
You did
the sentence again. You give the run up and I'll take the lead.
You filled in so well for me there on my third item when I said pointed and then froze. I thought you were going to jump in there again, but I may have to lift myself up and do my part tonight.
Take the run. I'm going to give you a drum roll with my scats.
We will reference some comments in the chat there. I see you. Thank you.
I can't do the drum roll sound with a toothpick.
We are not lawyers. We are not doctors. Any advice we give is purely for the realm of eBay.
Speculative. Fun, not financial advice.
That's right. So now that we've gotten out the conceit, there's two more quick things we have to do. Don't leave. Don't change that channel. Don't change it to... Don't go to that Twitch thumbnail on your screen there of a 18-year-old boy playing the keyboards or someone playing Ogres of
Wrath. Don't go to the thing where somebody's playing Ogre Madness 64 or Rocket Robot on Wheels or Conker's Bad Fur Day or Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
So here are the things. Here's the housekeeping we have to do before we officially begin the seminar. This is a free seminar, thanks to a generous grant from the Carter Silk family, Apple Pear Family Farm, the Apple Pear Farm Family Fair.
The Apple family grows pears on their family farm.
That's right. And they have a fair there once a year, but they promote year-round. And
how's the fair?
Let me finish this. And the brand new Mervyn store card. However, just because they've covered that grant doesn't mean the expenses aren't still there. So there's three ways you can help us and or the Pack Theater. The first way is if you want to help the show, the seminar, Tom and I, go to powerselling101.com in the bottom left corner of your screen. You see we have these amazing t-shirts. That is theoretically, it could be theoretically Tom's niece there in that photo. But we have shirts, mugs, face masks, beach towels. I'm sure there's more things I made there 4 months ago and have forgotten all about. But the profits do go to us. The other thing you can do, if you want to support our wonderful workshop students who are about to join us here in a moment, we refer to them as performers. We do have a tip jar. You can Venmo at PowerSelling101. And everything that comes in will be distributed evenly amongst our 4 workshop students. This is a great way to let them know that their situation or their item gave you a lesson that you can apply for your own financial gain when you sell on eBay. And the third way you can support is by supporting the Pack Theater, who has a physical theater on Los Angeles. And everyone is really hoping that when things improve as far as the pandemic goes, the theater can still be there and it can thrive as it was pre-pandemic. If that is your primary goal or primary concern, you can Venmo at Pack-Theater. And everything you send there will go to their Venmo account.
There is also, I would just like to quickly highlight before we get into our first student, a fourth way. Um, I'm sure that some of y'all may be up on to snuff on all the stock market action that's going on. If you are interested in supporting the show, this is Michael. This is an announcement for
Mm-hmm.
you. I have in your name bought some Mervin's stock,
Is it? Hold on. Hold
and
on.
it's in your name.
Say that again.
I've bought Mervin's stock in your name.
So this is writ. I thought I must have misheard you there. I had to clean my earbud
That's
like a
correct.
mirror with my
Yeah,
breath.
like
You've
and
bought
it,
me stock in Mervin's, my friend.
right. And the way, as we have learned, is stocks go up if people buy the stocks. That's based on everything that I've understood ever over the past day that I've understood how the stock market works. And so you should buy Mervin stock. The ticker code is Irvin, and you can buy it, and Michael's stock will go up, and that will support him directly.
Thank you, my friend. That is such a nice, thoughtful thing to do. Although I must ask, I implore you answer this question. What other things have you been purchasing in my name?
In your name? Well,
You're able to go out and you're able to purchase things, and when they ask for your identity, you've given them my name.
I didn't. No, no. Listen, it's like a gift. You know how sometimes, like, you ever have somebody buy an asteroid as you for a gift for you in your name?
Or like a mole on the moon? Or a
Yeah,
little
or
divot on the
like
moon?
they're feeding a family in Argentina in your name or something like that, or like they're
That
planting
makes
trees.
sense. Sort of like how Wells Fargo for many years opened empty accounts in their customers' names as little secret gifts.
Exactly. And that's why I bought Mervin's stock, because I saw what Wells Fargo did and I was like, there's a good idea.
Now, everyone, that is our recent current events portion of the seminar where we referenced pretty egregious controversy committed at the hand of Wells Fargo. And I think in the end, they profited so greatly off of it, any punishment they received was a drop in the bucket. However, speaking of drops in the bucket, I want to say hello to all my wonderful little baby students here in the chat. I've been watching every one of your comments. I see you all there. I_Miss_Lissa, welcome. Kegel, thank you for pointing out the dead air that was occurring earlier there when I just stopped talking for no reason. Carrot Flaver in the chat as well, confessing to be an infernal marmot. A lot of
And
people,
a little baby.
I'll be honest, most people take offense to both of those ascriptions. But I'm glad that Carrot Flaver has embraced them in a positive manner.
I say we take that positive energy that Carrot Flaver is throwing at us and go on to our students, who I'm sure
Let's
have been
do it
waiting actively for several minutes.
And to answer your question, it's San Pellegrino Sparkling Aranciata Rossa.
Oh, a blood orange. Just like the orange that's red. All right.
That's right. Our wonderful workshop students, they're chomping at the bit to join us here. So with no further ado,
let's take the bit out of their mouths and bring that bit right here into the power selling classroom. First of all, Michael, our first student tonight is a returning student. Please welcome Tammy Dukas. You remember Tammy?
Tammy.
Hello.
Welcome.
Salutations. It's good to be back.
Sincerely, thank you for coming back.
Well,
Tammy, please tell me, we have not seen you for many months, and the world has changed astronomically since we last seen you, especially in the United States of America. What have you been doing these last couple of weeks?
oh my gosh, I made a big career change. I know the last time we spoke, which was in May, the world was in upheaval.
Mm-hmm.
It is now January, and it's still in upheaval, as well as my life. I went on a journey to Oklahoma City. As I said, I like to go where the opportunities lie. I'm a pharmaceutical rep, and there was a really, really great opportunity to work for Kevin Stitt, the governor, to help him out with a problem.
Kevin Stitt, that's some big time stuff.
Well, Mr. Stitt, just based on the fact that you went to work for him, I'm going to assume this gentleman surrounds himself with only the most highly qualified individuals. Tammy, let's be clear here. Last time you were on the program, you were attempting to sell, some say unload, but I'm going to say sell, uh, I believe 3 or 4 pallets of hydroxychloroquine.
Hy-
Hydroxychloroquine, yeah.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Chloroquine.
Which
Yes.
people may know in the news as a drug that was ascribed the healing properties in relation to COVID. Is this correct?
It is a cure for COVID. It's still a cure for COVID.
It is.
There
Conclusively.
is widespread false facts going across the country as of November that it does not work, but it is definitely a cure. Our representative Stitt has about $2 million worth, and I've been put in charge to move the 2 million.
Well,
Quite a responsibility.
so, okay, much like in a franchise such as a Marvel movie or an Indiana Jones franchise, the first time we saw you, you had 3 crates or pallets, and now, the second time you've returned, bigger stakes, much bigger supply, $2 million worth?
20,000 bottles.
20. Okay, listen. I'm not going to assume everyone here has this spatial configuration part of their imagination. How big is 20,000 bottles? What is that comparable to?
20,000 bottles is compared to just picture a large room that would fit 20,000 bottles.
Okay, I'm there with you.
I think
Is this okay? Is this
I think I could probably like the store capacity of this Whataburger is like I'm thinking pre-COVID numbers. The official maximum capacity is 100 people, and I think a person probably equates to bottles are like tiny, right? With the hydroxychloroquine. All right, so a person is probably like 30 bottles. So
Yeah.
there's like 100. Oh God, a 30,000 in here easily
Easily.
in the dining area alone.
So
That's
we
a lot. That'd
And,
be like in a McDonald's
right.
play place, but
So-
only of bottles. Of
hold on
medicine.
now, Tammy? Your internet connection is skittering.
I'm going to be honest with you. I was trying to scam you a little bit the last time.
Oh, Tammy.
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you, but hold on one second.
Let me
Can
try
you?
it.
What were you attempting to do to us last time you were on?
Mea culpa. I was, I was testing. Let me tell you, I was testing you. I wanted to see if you would take a bad deal, and you wouldn't, and I respect that.
Aranciata Rosa, Tammy. You're a friend of mine. No hard feelings. I understand your precarious situation you were in. You had to unload 3 pallets or crates of hydroxychloroquine. Now you don't have that same pressure, so I don't have to worry about you scamming because you have 20,000 bottles.
Exactly. And look, so at $1, you just increase that to $2 per pill,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to get $4 million. It doubles your profits.
I will receive that much money?
When you disseminate it on the internet for me. I've talked to you,
Okay.
the governor. I've talked about you to Rep. Justin Humphrey. He's a very reputable rep in the House of Representatives. We want you on board.
So I'm already involved in
Yeah.
this.
Have
The
you?
ball's already rolling and my name's on it.
Now,
It's already rolling. You passed my test the first time. You're in this, Michael.
Tammy, I know you talked to Justin Humphrey, but Humphrey Justin's, what's his standpoint? Because I know he was sort of on the fence about hydroxychloroquine.
Humphrey Justin's or Justin Humphrey?
Humphrey Justin's, the other rep from Oklahoma.
He's full of bull cocky. I'm telling you, Justin Humphrey has the right idea.
So just so everyone knows, Justin Humphrey is the one that wears the little red shorts, and Humphrey Justin's wears the little blue. Is that right?
Right, and Humphrey Justin also wears he wears a hat that's the same color as the shorts. Right. Justin Humphrey never wears a hat. He's not a hat man.
I'm sorry, Tammy. Proceed with your sentence.
So what Justin has to say is, look, this virus, it was created in a lab in China to kill off all people with diabetes and obesity. And this medication is a cure. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, our government is not allowing it. And what we need to do is take courage and take hydroxychloroquine for COVID-19.
And you've come onto this program not to sell it yourself, but to inform me of a legal arrangement I've already been attached to.
So the three of us are going to go on the dark web and disseminate this together at $2 per.
Okay. Wait. Am I getting roped into this now, or are you talking about Justin Humphreys?
Oh, well, Tom, please. I can give you a cut as well.
I mean, I'm more of a Humphrey Justin's man. I've never liked Justin Humphreys, but Humphrey Justin's he's got my stuff on lock. He helped me out.
Are you talking to Humphrey Justin?
He helped me out of a shakedown at WinStar I almost went through. You know, Humphrey Justin's is my man for life.
When you say at WinStar,
tell him he owes me money.
Probably because he's a degenerate gambler like I used to be. All right, that's fine.
Exactly. Look, a lot of people don't believe in hydroxychloroquine, but a lot of people do, and a lot of people will buy it. That's the point.
Okay.
So
we need to exploit people's belief in this. I mean, this is a huge opportunity.
I am ready to seize it. I'm a little worried, though, because before I realized I was involved in this, I actually had some Mervyn stock purchased in my name as a gift. Will that preclude me from my... would that conflict? Would that be a conflict of interest?
It is a conflict of interest. So we're gonna have to sell that stock. I'll buy it I'll buy it from you
as a favor.
That Mervyn stock is going to the moon, Michael. You got to hold on to that Mervyn stock.
Well, I'll unload the Mervyn stock for you, Michael.
The Mervyn stock is getting short sold, Michael. You can't buy the Mervyn stock. Here's what I got. Tammy, how about this? I got a proposal for you. This is going to help everybody out. We don't have to get involved in the dark web. It's all above board, semi-legal.
Okay.
And you still get people buying the hydroxychloroquine, and everybody's all good. So, are you familiar with Hydroxycut?
No.
All right. Hydroxycut is a supplement that is a weight loss supplement. It has most of the letters of hydroxychloroquine within it. You basically can't spell hydroxychloroquine without Hydroxycut. Except for the T. You have to figure out how to make the T out of other letters, I guess.
And the U.
No, there's a U in cut.
Not in chloroquine.
Quine?
That's true.
See? You gotta think outside the box, Tammy.
I didn't see. You are just... And by the way, I know that casting director, Bonnie Champion, and she told me the same thing, except for she told me that I was the very unfun aunt that all the kids wanted to avoid.
Oh, Tammy. I mean, that's Hollywood for you. Sometimes they hit the nail on the head in a way that's really uncomfortable.
As long as it makes me money, I'll take it.
Michael, Hydroxycut is something that people buy when they want to sell themselves, probably on the internet as like a model or a lifestyle coach or something, and it helps them cut weight. it's like tummy tea before tummy tea was a thing, and you can sell it on eBay in multiple bottles at multiple quantities for an equitable amount to what the pill price that Tammy's pitching is.
Okay, so we take these bottles of hydroxychloroquine and we call it hydroxychlorocut, and it's a weight loss.
Correct. And you say in the description, this is hydroxychloroquine, but it's in a hydroxycut bottle, and I guarantee no one's going to read that. But then you're legally covered.
Okay, this is why I talked about you guys to Justin Humphrey. This is the kind of mind power that we need in Oklahoma. This is amazing.
This is amazing. I was going to say this is the most in-depth conversation we've had on this seminar. To the granular level, we've really accomplished something here. The only thing I have to say, Tammy, now, I don't want to make it sound like I don't trust you, but I must ask, because I feel like this has happened before. When you were speaking to Justin Humphrey, was he dressed?
In assless chaps.
So he did not have his shorts on, you're saying?
The shorts were over.
Oh, so okay, so you
wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Maybe were you talking to Humpty Jumpty?
Humpty Jumpty was in the other room, cooking on the wok.
Michael, you know who Humpty Jumpty is?
No, I don't know the legend of Humpty Jumpty.
He's a longtime political figure down in Oklahoma.
Is he like the James Carville of Oklahoma?
Yeah, you could say that.
Did you not like that, Tom? Because you didn't jump on that and with an enthusiastic yes. You're kind of like, I guess so.
James Carville's still kicking, but Humpty Jumpty's on like another. He's even more mysterious and unscrupulous.
I've never seen him in person. I've only smelled his wok cooking from the other room.
See, he's like, you know how in Twin Peaks: The Return, Philip Jeffries is just inside of a
teapot.
A teapot. Humpty Jumpty is like that, but you only smell his wok smoke.
And he does sound like James Carville.
Right.
And on the far left, I'm Humpty Dumpty.
Okay.
See, they're hitting the nail on the head. Now, I'm sorry, we have been going real long on this segment, which is we got to move on to our other students. But
this is the room where it happens, guys. The room where it happened.
I'm a little uneasy. I'm a little uneasy.
Or leave it.
Hydroxychlorocut. Brilliant. I'm giving you 1 cent per pill. Done.
All right. Well, we'll figure this out offline. I just want to make sure that when I walk into that room, that it is Jeffrey Humphrey in there. And not...
Humphrey Drumfries.
What? Thank you so much for joining us, Tammy Dukas. It was so great to have you. We had so much fun that we went over time. How about that?
It's always an honor. Live long, make money.
That is honestly, we should put that on a shirt. Live long and make money.
It sounded like an MIA song.
Yeah. all I want to do is wanna live long.
My friends, thank you so much for joining us. If you're just tuning in now to Channel 59 in San Antonio or the Pack Theater's Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Pack Theater, this is eBay Power Selling 101. I'm Michael DeWitt. This is my infernal teacher's assistant, Tom Parrott. And what we're doing here is... what's that?
I was just saying I tip my cap, but I can't because of the headphones.
Limitations are the mother of invention. I want to see you invent something to overcome that obstacle. But before we do that, We do have another workshop student who is so excited to join us that we can hold them back no longer.
Let's bring him on. Brank Woodcock.
Hey man, can you hear me? It's Brank. Brank Woodcock. Hold on a second. Hold on.
It's Brank.
Hey man, hey, sorry, I got a problem in the bunker, so in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna need to put the mask back on because the CO2 levels are gonna get too high, but I got about 10 minutes, so.
Okay, well,
right.
welcome, Brank. We'll try and
Yeah.
make this as quick as possible.
Well, no, I mean, I can put the mask back on. I just, 10 minutes, it's either the mask or my head hits the floor and then I bleed out alone underground.
Oh my lord.
Man.
What is the likelihood of that? If you were to fall, with certainty, you would bleed out by.
Well, I mean, the floor, I don't know if you can see, the floor here in the bunker, it's concrete covered by corrugated steel. So
Okay.
if I fall off my perch and hit my noggin on the, I'd probably bleed out. I'd probably hit my head pretty hard and bleed out a little bit. So.
Oh yeah, concrete and corrugated steel. That's a nasty combo.
No, it's not good. You don't want to do that. So, mask back on in about 10 minutes. I got a clock running. It'd be all right.
Well, Brank, all that aside, it is a joy to see you, my friend.
Oh, I just thank you. Oh, God. Sorry, we lost power. I'm back. Sorry. Lights went off. Life's not good in the bunker right now. I got to be honest. We're a little on edge down here, so.
Well, my friend, unintentionally, you've usurped Tom from the #1 spot on the screen here.
Well, I didn't mean to do that.
That's all fine. I'll get us usurped any time of the week.
Okay. All right.
Now,
all right.
Brank, please help.
Yeah.
Please help me in welcoming Tom to the seminar.
Hey, Tom Parrott. Well, am I doing it good? Tom
Hey,
Parrott. Welcome
I gotta
to the
be
seminar.
quick because if I fall off my perch here, I'm gonna hit my head on one of these tables here in the back,
no.
and then I'm gonna bleed out. Surely.
Now you're just copying me. Now you're just making fun of old
Ah,
Brank.
no, I'm
You're
trying
making
to do
fun of old Brank.
Brank. I just want to do an homage.
Oh, all right then. Well, listen.
Invitation's the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, I appreciate that. I hope you appreciate me being here. Listen, I kind of want to get into it because I don't know if you can see over there. You know what that is right behind me with the pipe?
Is that a
That's
teapot?
No, that's a CO2 scrubber. That's Brank's CO2 scrubber for the bunker, and it's on the fritz, which is why the mask. And so I gotta buy a new CO2 scrubber, and they're not cheap. Okay,
Of course they're not. No,
CO2
yeah, that's not good at all.
They're
You're-
not cheap. So, yeah.
You're a motivated man.
Yeah, I gotta make money to buy some new parts for a CO2 scrubber.
Okay.
Well, a man of this resourcefulness usually is a man who is packs light and only has things on hand that are absolutely necessary. So I'm curious, fervently curious, you may say, as to what exactly you would deem part withable.
Okay, well, see, I came into this with one idea. Okay, because you're right. I'm living in a bunker. I'm somewhere not near Wichita, Kansas. I'm not near Wichita. I'm not underground near Wichita. That's important. That's understood. Not near Wichita. And you're right. I don't have a whole lot in the bunker. So the things I was thinking about selling were my precious memories. I don't know if you can see them.
Oh well, then that's an easy sell right there.
Well,
That's beautiful.
Here's the thing, Tom and Mikey. Look in those eyes. Can you see?
I see
just-
two.
I cut my
Our own
bloody
eyes.
finger there too. You see the two big, beautiful brown eyes? Do you see that? And look
I
at this
do.
one. Look at that one. It's 6 eyes there, man. It's 2 from a kid, 2 from a bear, and 2 from a pig. That's 6. That's 8 eyes that keep me company down in the bunker. So I was looking at them. Look at that. I can't sell these, man. I need a CO2 scrubber, but I'm not going to sell these. So I'm pivoting,
Okay.
guys. I'm not going to. I know you want me to sell these. I know.
I want you to
Precious
sell
memories.
everything.
Well, I can't sell these. They're my family down here in the bunker. It's all I got to That's all I got to talk to, and all it talks back to me. You know what
So
I'm saying?
the little boy is reading to Winnie the Pooh and
Yeah.
Piglet.
Yeah, they're going on adventures, man, and I go on adventures with them. He reads out loud to me, and it's not always the same book. It's
What are
different
some
books. Well,
What are some titles that this?
okay, Heart of Darkness.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
wow.
no exit. They get deep, man.
Did they ever read you any Cormac McCarthy?
Oh man, it's partially why I'm down in the bunker, man. They read me the road when I was topside, and I was like, well, no, we got to get underground because things aren't gonna go the way I want them to go. And I get TV down here. I ran a cable down. Things aren't looking good. So, yeah, they're procrastinators. You know, they predict the future.
they're precogs, baby.
Precogs.
They've
They're
got shade.
precogs.
Look, can you hold that back up there?
Yeah. Look at that.
They're all white skinned. Their hair is very flattened, almost bald like. You can
Yeah.
stick them in a pool of milky fluid,
Yeah,
put some
tell me
wires
that's-
on them.
Tell me that's not Samantha Morton right there, man. That's Samantha Morton right there. Look at
Well-
that.
Wow.
Well, before I do that,
Yeah.
what will you do if I tell you that that's not Samantha Morton?
Well, I don't want you to tell me any kind of. I don't need any more truth bombs, Mikey. I don't want no truth bombs.
Okay, it sounds like you've recently been told some information that's very emotionally harrowing to you, and we will get to that. But since these items are no longer in play, I want to give you an
Right.
opportunity to maybe.
All right. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. All right. So my buddy Nash, right? He was digging around outside. He goes topside and he brings me groceries and stuff. But Nash was digging around topside outside of CVS, right? Not anywhere near Wichita, Kansas, but a CVS drugstore, right? He found a 55-gallon drum, man, of expired Pfizer COVID vaccine, man. It's like expired because it goes bad if they don't inject it quick enough, right?
Right.
So
I thought you were going to say 55-gallon drum full of Precious Moments figurines. And
Oh man, I wish. Oh man, I wish if I could line the walls with a bunch of precious memories, man. That would be great. But no, he found a big drum of expired COVID medicine. Here's the thing, man.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Expired COVID medicine, man, it's like expired milk. That date's a suggestion, right? Milk gets a little thick, milk gets a little stinky. Same thing happens with the COVID vaccine, man, but it's still good. You can still drink it. It's not appetizing, though. Okay?
Well, you're not supposed to drink the vaccine, and
No, man,
even if it isn't expired, though.
No, man, you can drink it down because it's a liquid. Anything it's a liquid, you can drink, man.
Could-
You just
would you
might not
drink-
want it.
Would you drink motor oil?
Yeah, you can drink motor oil. Man, there's one summer in 1994 where I drank motor oil all whole summer. We didn't know it was motor oil. We just thought it was the water coming out of the tap, but it was motor oil. And we drank it. We were fine.
Did you listen?
Everything's- Huh?
Did you listen to Green Day's Dookie
Oh, man.
during that time period?
You know we did, man. Longview, man. That was my jam, man.
I used to get excited every time I heard that little bass line when I was watching MTV. It would pop. You would hear the bass line
Yeah.
before you saw the little caption on the side
Yeah.
that tells you the name of the
Yeah.
music video, and I'd be like, I know what this is. I wish I was on Name That Tune.
Oh, man.
I would have been able to
Right.
name this tune.
Right.
Okay, but what about?
Oh, wait, I forgot to. I didn't even finish my pitch, man. All right, so he's
go
got
for
this
it.
55-gallon drum of expired COVID medicine, right? So he drops it down the chute because you go back behind there where the twirl. Yeah, that's where the chute comes down, where it drops down the groceries. So he dropped that 55-gallon drum down here. I open it up. It stinks. It's thick. It looks like a clear milkshake, man. It's not good. But it got me thinking, right? And this is where I need you to tell me if this is an eBay idea or an Etsy idea. But I made Brank's Drank, man. It's a flavor supplement for COVID vaccines, man. You pour it right in the Pfizer, and it makes it taste so much better, man.
How about
Did you say Etsy?
Yeah, man, it's an Etsy idea, where you do like custom things like belt buckles and shit. It's like, because I'm kind of thinking, do I sell it on eBay or do I make custom flavors, man? I call this one's fall, spring, morning, man.
So,
You know,
okay.
you know what? Can I just say something real quick?
Go for it. And I would like to say something real quick after that.
I like when someone says so many wild things at once that it's basically up to us to decide which one we want to jump on. And I like that you went on with Eatsy.
Well, the thing that I think is the most important thing to remember, Frank, is that if you're calling into an eBay show about stuff you're going to do on Etsy, you got to have a good pitch, and what you have is a good pitch, my friend, because with Etsy, you need to get involved in other social media things, like you go on Pine Trees and you post pictures there. And
Pine Trees got it. All right, wait, I need to take notes.
You go on Pine Trees and you have a picture of people doing stuff artsy-like in front of your stuff, and it redirects to your Etsy store.
Okay,
you see what I'm putting down?
Yeah, man. So I'll go on Pinterest, man, and I got you. And do I do oh man, what's the other one with the pictures?
You go in
They're all
Lacanadin.
square. They're all square pictures.
Lacanadin.
Lacanadin. Yeah. All right. So you think this got legs, man? Flavor enhancer for COVID, so it makes the bad COVID taste like whatever you want it to taste like, man. Fall, spring, morning, man. Brank's Trank, man. Check out that logo. It's tight, man. Did it myself.
I think this is good. Damn, but Michael, this is a different realm. I will say that it's a different realm. It's different than what we were trying to do here. So, we're almost out of time, Brank, and I know you're probably going to feel starting the effects soon.
Shit.
So, Michael,
Hold on a second. That reminds me.
I'm going to get out of ASMR mode and let you handle this one on your own.
I'm going to stay intimate here with you, Brank. Earlier you mentioned that some truth bombs had been dropped on you recently.
Oh, man. You want an example of the truth bombs that have been dropped on me?
I would like that very much, my friend.
I would also like a truth bomb.
All right, man, check this out. You remember back in like the late 80s, early 90s, man, when planners used to make cheese curls and cheese balls, like Cheetos, but the nut people made it.
Right.
So they brought it back about 2-3 years ago, man. And they're like, oh, the original flavor's back, man. Buy some. So I bought 2 cases of them, man. Stored them down in the bunker. I was like, well, I'll hold on to them till the time gets right. I get like, I got real hunger for my childhood treats, man. Want them cheese curls. Important to note, curls with the Z. It's with the Z. Cheese curls. Right. Put them down here, man. I opened up the box, man. I opened up the crates. It's not the same recipe, man. It doesn't taste the same. Man. So nothing is true, man.
They ruined your childhood.
They ruined my childhood, man.
You know, that makes a lot of sense. Have you ever had Dunkaroos?
Man, they don't taste. If you have the new ones, man,
they don't taste the same.
They don't taste the same, man. There's something wrong with the frosting. It's all waxy. It's all waxy, man.
It doesn't have the right mouthfeel.
No, you stick it in there and you're like, man, I want to, when you bite into it, you want to like take on an Australian accent, and like feel like the kangaroo blood coursing through your veins, man. But it doesn't happen. You bite into a damn Dunkaroo now. It's like, what the hell is this? A granola bar, man? It's like a granola bar.
Michael, remember that time that we were teaching class and I was your TA and I just had a can of Surge and I was ready. It was my first time. I was going to have all this energy, and then it was bunk Surge.
I remember that. I had to carry you home.
Man, you know what
this
else?
Man crashed. That's what I said to people. This man crashed. And they said, where's the vehicle? And I said, you misunderstand me dramatically, friend. This man sugar crashed. And now I'm carrying him home, naturally.
Man.
It was bad.
Here's something
it
else,
tasted
man.
like bad.
Here's something else, man. Check it out, man.
What?
Surge related, man. Clearly Canadian. You remember Clearly Canadian? They relaunched it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Not made in Canada, man.
What?
Not Canadian, man.
What? That's
great. Yeah. I went to Canada. I looked all over for that factory. One of my few sojourns above ground. Ain't there, man. You know where the factory's at, man?
Where's
Coca-Cola plant. Coca-Cola plant outside Atlanta, Georgia, man.
Oh my God. All right.
Well,
crazy.
That was a great example of a truth bomb that you've experienced recently, my friend. And fortunately for us, it was such a great example we don't need any more. And we're also out of time, I believe. Is that correct, Tom? As I slowly get my voice back to normal.
We're pretty egregiously over time. We've taken.
Brank's drank, man. I'm gonna hit up the Pinterest, and I'm gonna hit up. It's gonna be on Etsy before the night's over, man.
And
Custom flavors, whatever you want. Banana, I'll do it, man.
And sign up for the class taught by Michelle McNamara. She has a Etsy class.
Oh hell yeah, man! Etsy, I'm on it. Guys, thank you so much. This is so helpful. Thank you for reinforcing my dreams, and I get to hold on to these.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. And as always, it's time for me to. He left. But I will still give him the respondent's guarantee.
You might as well. I had just a note for you, Michael, that's unrelated. I think a skunk blew his stank outside of my window here as I was doing my broadcast in ASMR mode, and it took me a lot of effort to not gag because I live right next to the window where the skunk blew his stank.
You live right next to the window?
And it's right next to the window, and it's bad. And I've had to really focus on keeping a good face and not a stink face and a stank voice. But
have you ever thought about relocating to a new place to live on the other side of the room?
Let me get out of ASMR mode. I have thought about that. And unfortunately, at this time, it is impossible because my employee is currently occupying the other side of the room still.
Right.
And I would like to not kick her out of the space. You know, I feel like if I were to fire a woman of color who is employed, I would be adding to the problem, and I do not want to do that for America.
Well, I'm glad you thought about what that would look like for you and decided you don't want to do that. Here in the chat, Brank Woodcock's already set up an Etsy account. Brank Woodcock's Brank's Drank. Come and get it. You heard it there, friends. Screenshot that link. Type it into your computer screens. We are rolling and rocking. And I'm going to say, and might be controversial, but we should keep going.
I think we should keep going. We have done 2 guests in the same time as we would normally do 4 guests. So let's definitely get it in with our next one. Clementine Snakeson, the very patient. Very excited to have. Oh, look at that hat. I'm even more excited now.
Well, hail Satan, y'all. Happy Wednesday.
And hail Satan to you. May I ask you, Clementine, what do you think about the portrayal of Satan in popular culture? Tasteful? Offensive?
Oh, just offensive.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that they do a good job in the media, the left-wing media.
Mm-hmm. Can you say that a third time so I get even more uncomfortable?
The left-wing media.
Oh, okay. Yes, thank you.
Coming in and disturbing my personal savior, Satan.
Now, as you were telling me that, Clementine, and thank you for being so forthright, I was imagining 2 train tracks running concurrently down a mountain meadow, and then unexpectedly intertwining into a pretzel shape as they cross the horizon. And actually, it was a fun ride. It was almost like a silly straw feeling, but I wasn't sucking through a silly straw. I was following your philosophy through a silly straw. That's great. So you are a person of conviction, and you are upset from the get-go.
I'm a calm down.
Okay.
I'm so appreciative to be here, and for y'all taking me on as a student. So I'm a calm down. I'm a back into it.
The pullback method.
All right.
The pullback method is what I'm
method,
about to
exactly.
practice.
We talked about that before we went live. Call back to something no one saw.
Go off, Clementine.
Well, I'm just going to let you know I'm coming in hot again. I'm sorry, but the pandemic has not been going well for me.
Okay.
Elaborate.
Mm-hmm.
practicing Satan worshiper, as someone that has to do sacrifices to the Lord and Savior Satan, I have found that this pandemic has driven people into the arms of Christ. And I can't recruit no more.
Do you find that it's less alarming to say his name in an Irish accent? Takes some of the edge off.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, Christ.
I don't want you to keep saying it. It makes you uncomfortable, as uncomfortable as I was when you went off on the left-wing media. I'm sorry to hear that, first off, because life is tough as it is, and then you throw in a pandemic, and then you have people flocking away from your chosen church into the church of the enemy. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, it's part of the reason why I'm here. I was coming on to learn how to sell a couple of items that are basically useless now.
Well, what would you like to sell?
Well,
Show us the goods.
here I have this vase that you would collect sacrifice blood in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have that t-shirt line, you can sacrifice that. Goats, you can sacrifice that.
Yeah.
You know. Well, I can't get out in this pandemic and go hunting. And so I haven't been able to sacrifice in months.
I'm sorry to hear that. I know I keep saying I'm sorry to hear that after each one of your sad statements about your current situation, but I am genuinely sorry. I'm not. That's not false. Sorry, flattering. So to be able to have to shift gears like that, to go from being able to hunt and collect sacrifice blood to just having this dry spell all of a sudden. Are you hopeful that maybe one day you'll be able to gather more sacrifice blood that maybe you don't want to sell that receptacle there?
On real hard times, y'all. Real hard times. And it's all got to go, and I'm downsizing, unfortunately.
Well, Tom, if I say I'm sorry to hear that one more time, can you reach through your screen and just give me a handshake?
I'm working on an invention for that right now.
Okay.
This is the handshaker. It's gonna go straight.
All right. If
in.
I say it one more time, I will attempt to shake the handshaker. Gosh, so there is a definite need to get rid of these things as soon as possible. Well, Tom, that receptacle, which is many times been filled with the blood of different animals and species, for me, if you were to present that to me without giving me that context, I might misinterpret that as a vase or something that you could put glossy stones in.
Well, okay. Here's another fun fact.
I'm sorry about that.
Here's a fact.
Tom, I said I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I haven't figured out how to make this thing go through the screen all the way yet. So you just take that. Honestly, I was so focused on the idea that I had that I didn't even hear you say I'm sorry about that. So I'm sorry about that.
Forgiven.
There is, based on my research, a blood vase on eBay. There is a Japanese style of ceramics that uses pigeon blood.
Okay.
So my next question is, this pigeon blood stuff is very lucrative. Now, do you have any of the blood that you have sacrificed still available to you to coat the vase with?
Why, yes, I do. I found a goat.
Satanist.
Yeah, I found a goat in Koreatown, and I just wrestled it, and it's the only thing I've been able to catch in months. So I've
Okay.
still got a little bit left.
What I would suggest is to
Congratulations,
take.
by the way.
Thank
Congrats.
you.
That's a good move. Now, what I would say is take the blood and use it to paint around the vase, and you can make yourself a very uh, a modern take, shall we say, on
Okay, okay.
this Japanese style of akasuke, which is a pigeon blood.
Akasuke.
Right. Um, Now, most of the stuff that is on eBay currently that is of this style is only available from early 20th century finds. So you would have to make sure that you are expressing that you have a modern find here.
Okay.
And it probably would not sell to quite the same degree, but a real collector would see what you have and probably be very intrigued by it. Now, I would even suggest if you know any local Japanese folks, see if there is some sort of a terminology you can use to perhaps make it appear in search results. You got to do some of that what's it called?
SEO.
SEO. Thank you.
SEO. Yep.
So see if there's a search result engine that you can use that is adherent to Japanese tradition, and that way you can get some folks who are interested in that kind of a thing to get their eyeballs on your vase.
Okay. But you know what? That's advice you can take to the bank. You know, all the way to the bank.
So we're here
Now-
for. We're here for to sell and get you to the bank.
Now, I've got a second item,
Please.
Hit away.
and this here has been in the family for generations of Satanists before me. And it is our ritual slaughter knife.
Woo.
And I was just hoping that,
Heck
you know, I could sell this for something as well.
That
Oh,
knife
yeah.
there, if the etching isn't misgiving me, seems to be something of a second century analysis. Is that the word I was trying to think of, Tom? Analysis?
Yeah, that's some second century analysis of what sacrifice means. It's basically like a dictionary version, a dictionary definition on a knife.
People would rub their hands on the knife handle,
All right.
and they would then take their hands and place them on hot sand. And if glass was on their hand when they removed it, the glass would take the shape of their hand, and then for a couple of weeks they would place it on their mantle. It would be a little glass mold of their hand, and then people would eventually forgot that they got it, and it eventually be thrown away.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going way too in depth here, but the very first county fair is where this technique was developed.
Okay.
The sacrificial dagger touching hot sand glass hand mold was very
Wow.
popular back then. Not so much these days.
Wow. Well, Mama's family came from Carney's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I got a little Carney in me as well.
Can I ask you a question about carnies?
Mm-hmm.
I've been to county fairs. Would you consider... Sorry, this is a very oddly specific question.
Ask it away, and then we should probably move on to our final guest, by the way.
When I've gone to county fairs, I've noticed a disproportionate amount of this land space is used for a demonstration of hot tubs for sale. And then there's also usually like a amphitheater of sorts where, a band is playing, like, Tom.
About 15 years too late, if you will.
Yes. Tom, I'm going to cancel my question. Can I officially cancel my question?
You're canceling it? You were just right in the middle of asking it, though.
But I would just like to cancel it.
You want to cancel that option on your
Yeah,
question?
can you go ahead and give me a cancellation on my question there, Tom?
Sure, I suppose we can get it back at a later date. I will say that ritual knife is one of the highest searched eBay things anyway, so that's not going to be a problem to sell.
Oh, good. Amen.
You're right. And honestly, satanic knives, even higher priced. It's not going to be as much of a crazy ask as that goat blood vase, but, you know, the apples to oranges.
Fun to funky.
Apples to oranges. I just want to thank y'all so much. I hope we get out of this pandemic real quick so things can get back to normal. But thank y'all. This is going to carry me through because I haven't gotten my stimulus check from the left wing government yet.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that.
You're going to be just fine. You're going to be fine, Clementine.
I just wanted to talk about how they sold hot tubs at the county fair.
I
didn't have a question.
They did sell hot tubs. That's right.
Yeah, I framed it as a question. I just wanted to say it out loud that I remember that. And then I realized that you were talking about Kearney people, which are not necessarily county fair people, but I'm sure there's crossover.
There's
Anyways,
overlap in the Venn diagram.
It's just one big circle. That's all.
well, it's so great to have you, Clementine. I hope when you're walking the concrete streets of Koreatown, you come across other woodland creatures that you can wrestle and add to your sacrifice collection.
Thank y'all so much. Hail Satan, and y'all have a good night.
Take care, my friend.
Good night, Clementine.
Kegel in the chat. Ashes to Ashes. You picked up on this week's lyric tune clue. Do I have
the new promotion that we're finally allowed to drop, like the monopoly for McDonald's of the Learning Annex?
That's right. But I must warn you, there is an ongoing FBI investigation onto the lyric tune clue promotion. Apparently, someone on the inside may be feeding the answers to my lyric clues to family members.
That's fine. Just like there's an SEC investigation into artificial manipulation of the Mervyn stock, which I will say is all speculation. I don't think anybody's going to be going to jail over any sort of manipulation of Mervyn's, which is a company that is no longer publicly traded. I don't know what's going on with that. Don't listen to any of those rumors, Michael.
I'm trying to keep my head out of that whole typhoon of trouble there regarding the Mervyn stock. We are getting some chats here from Brank Woodcock. He says, hey, man, a couple more You can read it. I don't need to read it out loud. There you go. It's a four-dimensional seminar, multimedia. The baby's in the chat. The baby's in the chat. Hurry up. Someone get those babies in the chat. I see Lance Neal in the chat. I see Carrot Flower, Kegel, iconic Erika Curry.
What's that babies in the chat song that you just sang?
Did I sing a song just now?
You did. Is having an actual child making you sing songs more often? I feel like that's a dad-like quality.
I am not a... What's the opposite of theoretical?
Actual.
Actual. I am an actual dad.
Right. That's why I was saying it's a dad-like quality. Mm-hmm. You're a dad and you're singing songs now.
I'm singing songs. I'm preoccupied with the concept of a hot tub being sold at a county fair. Very much dad things.
When was the last time you were in a hot tub, Michael?
About 2 years ago. I was in a hot tub.
Oh, great. I can see why you'd want to get one of your own after
That's
such
right.
a wonderful experience where you can pinpoint it.
My friends, my little chat babies, we are about to be joined by one more guest. Before that, I do want to remind everyone, we have gotten some very gracious tips so far, but we do recommend, of the three options for supporting the show, our performers, and the Pack Theater. Close to my heart is the tip jar for our performers. It makes me feel selfless because I don't get any of it. And it makes me feel like I am honoring the time of the people who come on this program. So if you feel moved, please Venmo at PowerSelling101. That's the end of this segue. Let's take it, Tom.
And this is how we transition with Dax Guerrero. Hello.
Thank you so much, guys. Michael DeWitt, Tom Parrott. Good to see you guys once again.
Welcome back, Dax. You look
Hey.
stunning.
Thank
Stone
you.
cold stunning.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But I do got to give everybody a little reminder in case you don't know me. I am your 5-time mixed tag team champion with Gina Ray and your #1 contender for the BPT Wrestling Championship, Dex Guerrero. And
Y'all ready for
I
this?
usually have some fireworks going off right there that I bought downtown.
Let's
How the
get
hell are you
ready
guys
to
doing?
rumble, baby.
Swell. Doing great.
Thank you guys for staying up late. You guys run a tight show. You run a great show. You know,
That's probably something
love
we
it.
should say to you, our guest who's going on at 10:15 at night. But thank you for thanking us for staying up late. I appreciate it.
yes, I know you're out there in Texas over there. I got the homies out there in Texas, my fans out there. What are you guys on Central Time?
I believe
Oh,
so.
yeah. It is a hot 12:15 a.m. here.
We have something here called Riverwalk time. That's
Riverwalk.
when you're walking down the Riverwalk and you reach one end of it and you could have sworn now you're at the very front of the Riverwalk. Almost like, those battle levels in the Mario Brothers games where if you go off the side of one screen, you end up on the other side. Anyways, it's a real big problem. People have lost years of their lives traversing the Riverwalk in somewhat of a fugue state. Neither here nor there. Thank you for joining us once again, Dax. I know you are a very, very successful wrestler. I do like that you have the hustle in your game to also supplement your income with some eBay activity. How can we help you in that regard?
Well, you see, Michael, I don't have a lot to be happy about right now. I thank you for pointing out my style. Still got the gold on my neck right here. However, falling on some hard times right now.
Oh, no.
And not entirely my fault. I have, as you know, my nemesis from last time I was on, Carlos Lacasas, your current and coward BPT wrestling champion, injured my hand in our match last week.
Oof. Hate to see it.
So
What is your official
gold.
diagnosis?
I got fractured hand and busted knuckles.
My God, I'm sorry
From-
to hear that.
I have to fill you in. It was from one of our wrestling matches, so no charges were brought up on him or anything. But the man sat on my hand and broke it. I was coming off the ropes on the apron, gave a crossbow DDT, missed it unfortunately, and he sat on my hand while I was on the ground. And that was during our
My gosh.
first to have a broken hand match, so I lost that match last week.
I am sorry to hear that. I've had times where I will accidentally sit on one of my cats, and I just feel awful about it. I imagine he was. First off, did you squeal? And secondly, did he feel bad?
No and no.
Are you?
Never. I don't squeal. Come on. But I'll tell you, your cats probably had it easy. Cats, they're really good at, as soon as they feel something above on their heads right there, that little hair, they kind of skedaddle out of there. But I bet you also don't have metal plates in your butt either.
No, I do not.
I don't either.
I should
Narrowly
preface
avoided
that.
that one.
I should preface that my hand breaking was partly my fault in a weird way, in that 2 weeks ago, I threw La Casas off of a billboard in a don't get thrown off the billboard match. And he had to have 2 metal plates
My gosh.
where his butt cheeks are.
It's a lot
Was
of
this
metal
part of a
plated
radio
butt cheeks.
station promotion?
Oh no, this is on TV, baby. All access.
What was the billboard for?
Billboard was for McDonald's.
Mm.
Can we say that on here? I don't know.
If we can't, we'll have our
Cut them
editor go in and bleep it out.
Because Travis Scott, I think he has his thing going on with McDonald's. I'm trying to get on that. So I found that McDonald's billboard, brought it over to the arena. That was my billboard of choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to throw Casas off of it, which I did. And then a week later, broke my hand.
My gosh. Well, first off, I'd love to see some footage of that billboard being brought into the arena. Some time-lapse footage.
Oh yeah. No, I got that. I'm working on it actually. I got my YouTube going. But you see there, I got these really nice cameras, with that cheese that I got from these matches, and they're in 8K though. It takes a long time to download 8K footage.
The rendering step will also be an astronomical time to do.
And I should have settled for that 4K though. Maybe spend a little more money on my laptop. Working with an Acer laptop right now, so it's gonna be a while.
Those cameras come in handy. I'm telling you what. If you have a couple of friends, you can make your own short film about 4 friends living in an apartment in Los Angeles, struggling in the industry, and one of them falls in love with a woman that the other one also likes, and then 15 minutes later they realize that the real value of friendship is friendship. No.
I like where you're coming, Michael. Michael, you ever thought of being a manager?
I was just saying, Michael, that's some really inspiring stuff you had there that's really, I think, going to resonate with the common man. You could be like a Paul Bearer type, or like a...
Paul Heyman.
Right, or like a Captain Lou Albano.
This isn't, you guys aren't goofing me. You're not trying to get me so excited about this that I change careers and then I walk out on stage and someone pours a bunch of red paint on me.
No, man. I never let that happen to you. I never let that happen to you. I always speak the truth.
Exactly. You also don't have to change careers.
You're saying I could do this seminar once a week for all of the adoring little babies in the chat. I see the active ones, Kegel, Carrot Flower, I miss Alyssa. I also see the quiet ones. Oh, my precious little quiet babies who don't type in the chat.
Babies in the chat, babies in the chat.
I just want to pick you up, and I want to spin you around.
Babies in the chat.
I want to take you to your favorite rattle store and pick you out something special. Something with a clear shell and little Technicolor beads.
Babies in the chat.
Don't forget the binky.
Get you a binky as well.
Babies in the chat. Don't forget the spin around thing. Babies in the chat.
Neither here nor there. I'm interested in this manager position you're talking about, Dax. Perhaps offline you can feed me some literature on how I can begin this career.
Absolutely. I got you. You just be you, man. You just be you at my side. And Tom, I love the beats you're making there. Maybe you can make me a new song. That'd be great. Because to get into why I'm here tonight, I respect both of you so much. Mm-hmm. I'm here. I need to make some money, guys, because Carlos La Casas ran away from LA with mine rightfully, BPT Wrestling Championship all the way to Florida. As you know, because wrestling can happen in Florida right now. Wrestling's a little hard to come by out here in California. So I was able to grab a few items for sale. I need your guys' help figuring out how much these are.
Yes,
better
please.
hurry, because we are we are at our time limit with you.
We are at our time.
But
Oh.
you know what? We can take some extra time for you because we spent so much time talking about managers. I'm fine with that, Michael, as long as you are.
Michael, what's the word? You're the manager.
I give that idea my resplendence guarantee. Let's do it.
There you go.
Hit it!
Bow.
Hit it!
It already happened, my friend.
It
I already hit
hit,
it.
he hit the bet.
I love it. All right. Well, the only thing I want to bring up, while Carlos was making his way out of LA, I was able to grab these from his car. His special wrestling boots over here,
He,
all leather.
Okay.
where in his car did he leave these? Are these top of the seat? Did he put them under the seat? Was he a little bit more discreet? Where were these?
Oh no, they were in the back seat, baby, right in the back seat.
He was almost tempting someone to just reach in there and yank those babies out.
Yeah, pretty much. Had a seatbelt through the loops too. Real cute. He must have really liked them.
He didn't want them to get injured in a car wreck. Listen, Tom, we know how popular leather boots are. We also know how popular celebrities are.
Do we ever?
Listen, there's an entire store where you can just buy boots.
Several of them.
Several even.
Boot Barn,
Boot outfit.
Boot Outlet, Boot Factory, Boot Warehouse.
Boot analysis. Sometimes
Boot
I will
managers. Boot Stop. Boot Theater.
Okay, we have a suggestion from I Miss Alyssa in the chat that says sell them for cheaper.
For $1 cheaper.
Can
I gotta use that money, which guys really appreciate the tips tonight. It's gonna help me make my journey from LA to Florida. But if we can't get a lot of money scrounged up tonight, you mind if I stop by that San Antonio Learning Annex on my way there?
Yes, as long as you stand
Maybe
in
we can
front of the
talk a little
iPad, it takes your temperature using some technology I don't understand. Apparently that works. Have you seen that, Tom and Dax?
Boots?
No. Yes, have you seen Boots?
I'm looking at a bunch of boots right now. So sorry, I got boots right here fresh on the brain. What did you ask?
There's a technology where you take an iPad and you point it at someone's forehead, and it's supposed to tell you whether they have a fever or not. And I understand that we live in a marvelous world of technology, but I don't understand how that could possibly work. Does the
It
iPad
doesn't.
shoot out a laser? Well, what?
I'll tell you, that's not technology out of the marvelous world of technology. That's technology out of the wobulous world of Dr. Seuss. Now let's get into some boots.
For someone who was paying zero attention, that was a very quick.
I come quick with the
Professional.
ubulous. I think your
I could
best
watch you guys
bet
banter all night.
is
You have been.
honestly, Dax, the pattern it seems with celebrity-based leather boots on eBay is just list the celebrity name and then the color of the boot in the title and put up a pretty decent picture of them looking shiny. So, I mean, you might lose a little money on the shoe shine unless you got some already, like some polish. But, I mean, you'll probably be able to make a tidy profit on these without even really having to do a whole lot of work.
That's what I like to hear, Tom. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Listen, don't thank me. Thank the proclivities of people who like to buy leather boots.
Love it.
Michael is
Alrighty,
very
guys.
intently pulling up the resplendence guarantee. I can see it in his face. That's some concentration. That's the concentration of a man who's trying to find the right button on a remote control.
I can't see it, but I know it's happening. I can feel it,
Um,
and I appreciate it.
they say that Horton hears a who, but I see a resplendence guarantee. Thank you so much,
the
Dax Guerrero.
resplendence you'll guarantee.
You've joined us on this evening on our special late night edition of Power Selling 101. The baby's in the chat. You're here. You're beautiful. I was going to say, I felt compelled to say an LGBTQ slogan. We're here, we're queer, and we're proud of it, or get used to it. I didn't do it, though, because that would have, other than just the rhythm of it, there would be no real reason for me to have said that in that moment. Carrot Flower just gave me permission, and I already did before.
You're in the clear.
My baby's in the chat.
Babies in the chat. Babies in the chat.
I see you there talking. I imagine those who aren't talking are probably, huddled next to a bowl of popcorn or steamed vegetables from a bag. What's that sound?
It's people clapping for your speech.
It sounded like a river stream, like I was saying a haiku or something. We have sound effects. Have we always had that?
I just started using them tonight. We can make them more of a part of the show if you want. We're late enough in at this point. It's kind of a moot point. But
Can you do the applause again for me? I'm going to treat this like a serene river stream, and I'm going to say a poem about this episode tonight.
Wait, hold on. I have to turn the volume down a little bit. Yeah. It's going to be like a stream.
Okay.
It's very loud in my ears. Wait, can you hear that at all?
I can't hear it.
Yeah, I can hear that.
I can hear it now.
Okay.
Was that the...
There's the reset.
Okay. This is unworkable. This can't happen.
All right, it's happened. I'm going to take my leave, guys. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I'll be traveling cross country. This is
Safe
DeWitt.
travels.
Take care,
I'll
Dax.
see you in San Antonio in a few days. Thank you, guys.
Best of luck, Dax. All right, Michael, the stream is open for you.
Okay. Babies of another kind. Instructor Overwatch. Canceling his own questions. Questioning his own canceled chance. Quietly munching kernels popped. Silence is the greatest form of feedback. The end. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We will be back next week. At the end of the month, it's hard for me to know 7 days out from the 27th. It might be the 3rd or something.
It's the 3rd. That is correct. It is the 3rd.
The 3rd of February, we'll be back.
February 2021.
Be well. Be easy on each other. Sister and brother.
Everybody get together.
Come together.
Come together. I forgot what the song was. I'm mixing up like 3 different songs in my head. Now I want to sing a Joni Mitchell song.
Thank you. Clementine Snakeson has just completed the thought.
Come on,
with the lyric.
Now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Thank you.
Good night.